Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? What's been going on with y'all? Listen, this video is for a body gang, body gang, body gang, okay? I don't know if y'all know, but our girl is taking a moment to work on her album, okay? She's not posting as much on social media. She's focusing on those amazing, beautiful babies, and then she's working on her album. And this era of Cardi, I absolutely love, okay? Now, I know that you guys have been missing my commentary on all this mess going on between her and Offset, them consistently going back and forth. I've been choosing to ignore that and choosing to not respond to that or have any response or opinion on that, because I just feel like that's like a personal family issue that she's facing with this man. In past situations, I've spoken on this, and I've decided this time around I'm going to ignore that piece of it, because I feel as though what she has going on with Offset is a situation to where she has to figure it out by herself, and come to an understanding. This is a woman who had no children at all until having all of these different, amount of children. She has like 3 kids now by this man. So she has to figure out, and you can almost hear her processing it in every space that she goes in, like on Twitter spaces, the spaces. So I feel as though she's processing and she's trying to figure out that entire situation, how to be a mother of 3 and how to live, out of this relationship. Yeah, we're not together. We're not going to be together. Now I have to figure out what it means to be this person, and this woman, and this version of myself who's a woman with 3 kids, and these kids need different things from me, and I need to present and be there for these beautiful babies. She's trying to figure that piece out, and also have her career, and also have her business, and also have all of these different things. And a lot of people have been saying that this is who Offset has been for years, maybe, but when you're in love and you really have like a need to want something to work out, you really give it your all. Every woman has been delusional or has been just insanely in love with somebody that they ignore things that they otherwise would not normally ignore. That's like just a lot of women go through that, and it's the consistent gaslighting and the back and forth that you deal with a certain person behind the scenes. So I can't fault her for going through that, because this is her child's father, and she has to figure it out. It's a lot of back and forths. Everybody knows that you go through that sometimes, no, and if you haven't been through it personally, you know a person that has. You go through the back and forth, and only you can decide when it's time for you to leave and when it's over. Only you and that person can decide in y'all's relationship. The thing about it is, the only one way I know to get over a man is to keep going back to him, okay? Because that process of consistently going back is going to teach you the lessons that you need to learn. It's going to teach you better than somebody saying don't be with him and you just don't be with him, because you'll always wonder, am I not being with him because that's something somebody else wants me to do, or something somebody else told me, or you know what I'm saying, or you learn from somebody else's lesson. No, a lot of people feel as though they need to learn from themselves, learn from going through it. It's unfortunate. The smart people learn from other people, but a lot of the cases and a lot of the situations, you have to go through it yourself. So I don't fault her for going through the motions with that situation. I just don't have much, as far as advice to give her, or opinion, or to chime in and either tear her down or lift her up or give my commentary on that specific situation, because I just feel as though that's a private situation. They're married. Child, I ain't never been married. She has 3 children. I only got 1. I don't feel as though that I have the experience on that level. And I don't think there's nothing I can give her to add on to the situation or for her to take away from the situation. She just has to go through it until she comes to the realization, and hopefully one day move on to, a better situation, or move on by yourself and be alone. I just think that she needs to take this time to process. I don't think it needs to be a sexual thing, or he needs to be thinking about sex right now with her, and she needs to be thinking about sex with somebody else, moving on just to sleep with somebody else. All this stuff about Stephon Diggs and Cardi initially, or talking to him, and he's messing around with Young Miami, and I don't, think that that's the best thing for Cardi. I think Cardi just has to figure out what this aspect of her life consists of. And sometimes you don't want to be alone, and sometimes you want to feel love. And some people know the only love that they can feel, or they feel as though it's tangible, is love from a man. Your friends love you, your family love you, your fans love you, but sometimes you feel as though you need a companion. Some people feel that way. She has to go through it, and she has to figure out what this part of her life really means. Like, nobody can tell her, nobody can figure that out for her. She has to have like that common understanding with her child's father, and she has to come to the realization. I can't come to the realization. No, her mama can't, her friends can't nobody tell this woman what she needs to do about her husband. She has to come to that realization by herself, for herself. And that type of situation is complicated because nobody wants to see her consistently in pain. We don't want to see her hurting. We don't want to see her like all the time talking about this man and talking about what he's done to her and what the entire situation consists of. Nobody wants her to be going through that, but she has to, leave when she's ready to leave, and she has to pull herself out of this, and nobody else can do it for her. It's unfortunate that we, as fans and people that love Cardi, have to witness this, but I'm here for Cardi having new music. I see a lot of